And a very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Issues and Attitudes. My name is Jeff Owen, General Manager, WEIU. My co-host, Michelle Bravo.
Hi.
Thanks for filling in last week. You and Rob did well.
Thanks.
And Sarah Dowell from the Mattoon YMCA is here.
Hello.
Scoot up to that microphone or pull that to you, either one. You are the Membership and Community Events Director, Mattoon Area Family YMCA. That's a lot of words.
That's a lot of words. It's a lot of work.
There you go. Well, I guess what I want to start at is when people come to you with new ideas, can you take us through the process of like maybe how you decide from the board or from the management positions over there at the YMCA, either Mattoon or Toledo, how you decide whether you're going to be involved in a new event or not? Or maybe even a new sport or something.
That is a great question. So there is a method to the madness. So
Okay.
our Y and our board of directors, there is a strategic plan. So our mission is based on three areas of focus: youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. So to make sure a program or an event aligns, first of all, and then how much are they needing involvement? Is it a simple place to host an event? Is it they need us to do registration and manage the logistics and staff it and volunteers? We have had some very wild ideas pitched to us, and we've had the number one fastest growing sport in the U.S. of pickleball, and they are all over in this area especially. So kind of just depends, and to see if we have staff capabilities to help with those, and then just to see, I said, we added a new sport, it's not new to us, but just us at the Y. So a women's slow pitch softball league, and the idea was thrown at us, literally, last year, and it was a super successful season, and we're back for round two this summer.
I had pickleball on my list a little further down the list, but are you amazed at the fact that, or just how fast this sport has grown across the country? It's on TV now. So
It is.
How does the YMCA get involved with pickleball, and tell us about that?
Well, we have a large following, so it's not an organized league. They are considered pickup games. We supply the nets.
Pickle up games? It's bad pun Monday.
All the puns. So we have the courts, the nets, the balls. We do have a few rackets, but most of our folks bring their own. You're not required to be a member. We have a small fee if you're just dropping in, and we have a large following. They play 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, from about 8:30 till noon or 1, depends. Sometimes they cut out early. And then afternoon, kind of a more beginner group on Tuesdays and Thursdays from about 1:30 till they play till about 3 o'clock. So
It's amazing how fast that sport's grown.
But it is interesting because they play for all ages, and I don't know, Michelle, did you play pickleball ever in PE?
Yeah, we did in high school.
That's
You
the
did in
last,
high school, really?
Yeah, that's the last time I did too.
So I'm older than you folks, so we didn't have pickleball.
Why is it so popular? I have no idea. I think it's because it's relatively easy.
Yeah.
People of all ages can play it. I know, like, they're not as intense.
It's inexpensive, too, as compared to some other sports.
I don't know. Some of those rackets, I think, are a couple $100, just like fiberglass and the materials.
Probably like the more like extra ones, but like the plastic ones are pretty cheap.
Yeah.
You got tons of stuff going on this summer, so I don't know where you want to start. You sent me a list of some things. But in terms of summer, and we're only a few weeks away from graduation here, including Michelle. So talk about maybe just going through some of the summer things, and then we'll get into your big May Merriman event before we're done here.
All right. So if we're skipping over May Merriman for the time being, I think our first coming up, we have rocking chair softball, and this is a league that has been through the Mattoon Y. I want to say going on almost 40 years. Yep. This is started as a primarily men's 40 and over league. They have expanded in the more recent years. They allow each team to have players who are under 30, have to be between 35 and 40, so not much, just to bring the median age down a bit. And they do still play by the rules of rocking chair. It's a different size ball, and still going strong. So this league did play through COVID. We had some of our sports had to take a season or two off based on those guidelines, and this was not one that was dampered. So some long-term Mattoon alum have been a part of this league for a long time. So it's always nice to see, and then getting some younger folks a part of that league as well.
Other things for the summer?
We have tennis out at Lytle Park. The Y organizes a tennis league, And you don't have to have a partner. I have played. I was a rookie. Don't know much about tennis, but they will pair you up for doubles and just a little bit more fun. That way, folks are going to be out there as far as an organized sport, but still not super competitive. So there's no tournaments or anything like that. Still, if you're learning the basics and learning how to keep score and all that, just to get outside and be active, take advantage of our community parks and mostly good weather.
There you go. Michelle?
Do you have to like check in at the Y first and then go there, or you just show up?
Nope. So that is all organized. So registration is done through the Y. The fee is paid through the Y. But Lytle Park is just to the west side of Mattoon, and that's where they meet. And we provide supplies. We don't supply tennis rackets, but work with the park district for that.
Other things that are going on the list, you had the Run for the Bagel. So Bagel Fest is not too long away.
Oh, yes. Run for the Bagel. Less than 4 months. I think it's the 22nd of July. And in conjunction with Mattoon's Bagel Fest. I think, Michelle, last time we talked about it and how people are always like, what does Mattoon celebrate? Baseball and bagels. So, yes, we host a 5K and 10K run. This is, I think, our 34th year to do that race in conjunction with Mattoon Tourism and Mattoon Bagel Fest. Go through also Lytle Park. It is a timed event, so we do get some competitiveness out. Starts at Casey Summers, just north of the Toyota building at 6:30 a.m. We like to get done before the heat. If you are from this area or you've been part of Bagel Fest, you know it's going to be like 103 and 99% humidity. Minus 1 year there were people wearing sweatshirts at the finish line.
There you go. Toledo has some things going on this summer too. They have I was looking on the list here. They have a princess and superhero Friday night, a superhero night this Friday.
Yeah, that's this Friday.
And then Springfest is coming up as well.
So one of the things talking about the Y and social responsibility is people are always looking for things to do. So our team down there has put together a princess and superhero night. So you can come. They'll have kids dress up in costume. We'll have our own superheroes and princesses on site. They'll have some photo opportunities. I think like those glitter tattoos and just a family-friendly event for people of all ages. I don't think there's a cap on it. We know that people of all ages love superheroes and princess, but again, catered towards more family-friendly event. And that registration, I believe, is open up until the event on Friday. And then in May, in conjunction with their summer festival, Toledo hosts an annual Spring Fest around the square, and the Y has put on a 5K. Non-competitive, non-time, just to get out, get moving before you go enjoy your shake-ups and Prano Pups and roller coasters and those things. So it is, the whole Spring Fest has a theme this year of game show.
That'd be good.
Just kind of a fun Saturday morning. We did push the time back to 8 a.m. Last year was at 7, so a little bit later start. Michelle says
Look at the
that's
college
still.
7, 8 a.m. What's that?
Well, did you hear me say Run for the Bagel starts at 6:30?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you're
it's also
done
in the summer, so it's like
Yeah,
It almost has to.
yeah, but you're done.
You also wanted to promote the EBHI programs. So
Evidence-based health initiative.
All
So
right.
the Y, that's where we talk about our healthy living programs for folks of all ages. So they have they're not new to the Y, but they have really exploded at the Y. So Emily is our wellness director, and she oversees, we have a Healthy Hearts program. Again, healthy heart, we all want a healthy heart. Some of these come to us through doctors' referrals, partnering with our local healthcare of Carl and Sarah Bush, and some are just folks who know that they have maybe a family history or genetics you're combating. We also have a diabetes prevention program. So unfortunately, that is something that is sometimes genetic, sometimes type 2, not necessarily genetics, but you are predisposed or have a higher risk to become diabetic. So coming through doctors' referrals and how just to make your healthier steps. Also, they have meetings with trained coaches to help keep you accountable. And there's exercise components and nutrition and classroom for all of those. So it's pretty awesome. Those programs have expanded. We have a group that meets here in Charleston, and they're always looking to expand. I think next on her list is maybe in the Shelbyville and Effingham area. So folks don't necessarily have to come to the Y to participate in our programs.
Kind of amazed how much the Y has advanced since when it first opened. I remember they had trivia night way back. That was like the big event way back when. You remember?
Maybe we need to have that again, Jeff. I don't know.
I just remember,
I'm terrible
like,
at trivia, so.
Oh, yeah, it was funny when you think about how, all the different things that you offer, that both of the places have in Mattoon and Toledo. The big event that they always have in the spring is your fundraiser, May Merriment. So let's switch to May Merriment and give out some details about when, where, why, and how, and what really. Not just about the fundraiser, but what the fundraiser funds for the Y to make the things you do so great.
So May Merriment is our, as Jeff mentioned, our annual once a year. We only do one fundraising event per year. We are a nonprofit, so again, the Y is giving back. We don't want anyone to be turned away from membership or programs, swim lessons. So part of that mission is to help work with donors, sponsors, and we have an event, which is May Merriment, to help support that. So I believe last year it was just around the $300,000 range of the amount of funds that were given back for those programs, membership, childcare. So we have a event. It is on Saturday, May 6th. That's an important date, right, Michelle?
Yeah, I was looking at that.
It always usually coincides with Eastern's graduation, just happens to fall on the 1st. I think we've had it on the 2nd Saturday of May. So we have a silent auction. We have a live auction. We have a dinner that is catered, and then we'll have kind of a post party with a band that is on site as well. We have like over 120 silent auction items, so we work with fine folks just like WEIU for donations. Those items can be bid on throughout the night, and then people can take them home that evening. So wide variety of items, whether it's a gift basket of some Google Home goodies. We have items geared towards hair care. We have some really awesome packages. Mountain bike, our friends at Bike and Hike. Mm-hmm. Go out, maybe explore the trails at Lake Charleston. Then we have live auction packages. So again, working with our community, friends, partners, neighbor groups, friends of the Y. I think this year it's a very new package. It is a suite with transportation to a Cubs-Cardinals game.
Oh, sweet.
I think the estimated value is like $9,000. So
in St. Louis or Chicago?
That is a great question, Jeff. I want to say it's in
It's
St.
one of those
Louis.
two.
It's
All
one of those two. I know enough about it. I want to say it is in St. Louis.
Okay.
So, so really great. We have some trips. Some of those include transportation. Some of them are items like a play set, which, did you know, is still on back order everywhere. Swing sets are still can't
Really?
get since COVID,
Oh, really?
which is a
I
crazy
would've-
thing.
Yeah, it's just weird how that whole thing
You
is.
probably haven't had to buy a swing set for a few
No, I
years.
actually gave my last swing set away so to a buddy. So there you go.
Passing down.
There you go.
So Saturday, May 6th, you can reserve tickets. You can call the Y. You can get them online. And also part of that is we do a raffle for $5,000 cash prize. So that's super awesome. If people want to give back, they can split that $100 ticket amongst coworkers, friends, up your chances. So kind of multiple fundraising events all in one night. So it's always nice just to come out. Our gym was transformed over into an event space. It looks very different than a normal gymnasium. And then it's all done.
Sweet. Michelle, what's on your mind over there?
Do you guys who's part of the team that helps set that all up?
That is a great question. So we have a committee which is comprised of staff members, full-time, part-time. We have some board members, and we have some generous volunteers. So they are using a decorating service this year. The lady runs a business out of the KZ Westfield area to help with the decorations. Again, some of those are time, tedious tasks. It's very important, but just to make the event space look different. But we all have a small hand in that event. So we have our May Merriment coordinator, Angela Hampton, is our marketing director, and that's one of her few things that she does. I'm joking.
Because she didn't come over today.
Yeah,
right?
she
I mean,
couldn't.
yeah.
May Merriment time of year. This was bad timing. So, but all of our staff take part in that. So even like when I was a volunteer and part-time staff. So we have volunteers the night of.
How many people does it take to pull off like a May Merriment event?
Our committee is probably like less than a dozen, but for the actual night, I would say 60, 70 volunteers.
Wow. It's pretty much all hands on deck.
Yeah.
All hands on deck. You got to have a good excuse to miss this one event, I think.
Do you guys ever struggle to find volunteers?
We have been very lucky, Michelle. So a lot of our part-time staff, whether they work 1 hour a week teaching like aqua aerobics, whether they're a group fitness instructor, and some of them are just our general members and friends of the Y. So they love to support the mission. It is kind of a more upscaled, dressed up event. Believe it or not, some people love to get dressed up a little bit fancier than normal attire you'd see at the Y, and so come to find out. We have volunteers who've been serving with us for years, but no, usually we don't struggle. We get people who come in different shifts, so some of them are just a couple hours, some of them are there all night, some of them come in just for cleanup, so.
There you go.
And generally, no.
Is there a limit on how many people you get in there, though? Do you have to like cap the ticket number at 400 or 500 or 300 or anything?
That is something that we had the first May Merriment at the Y in 2019, took 20 and 21 off, was just virtual. I don't believe we've had to cap the event, but I think we do have an estimate. I think like around 450 would be our comfortably seating, having space for a stage, having a band, food station, silent auction tables, because we do set everything up is all in our Bach gym.
Okay.
So yeah.
We're talking to Sarah Dowell from the Mattoon YMCA today. Sarah, what's your favorite part of your job at the YMCA? Do you have a favorite part?
My favorite part of my job is it's different every single day. There's no one thing that, the everyday type of task, but there's something different every day, deal with different members, different questions from the community. Case in point this morning was a question about a theater group looking for space just to use for a play
or to practice or
yes,
both?
And it is called the Penguin Project, which is a nonprofit based out of Peoria. Sounded like it was founded by a doctor, and they work with adults and children with disabilities to do theater, drama, play, acting. So use some of our connections to the Charleston Community Theater, Mattoon Arts Council, and just sharing that contact information.
The Peoria Penguin Project. Say that one 3 times fast.
So
membership is also part of your duties at the Mattoon YMCA. How are membership numbers now? We've got through COVID. We're here where we are in 2023. So give us an update.
We are still seeing an increase. So yes, we did have a setback with COVID. We are very grateful for our members who stayed with us. We did launch some initiatives during that time. Virtual Y was a huge one that we are still, Tricia Loudon is our newest staff, plugging away at that and launching videos weekly, I think twice a week now on our platform. So our members, it's an added bonus to your services. So you can log in from your phone, iPad, cast it on your TV or on a website, and you see our instructors doing their format. So if you're traveling or maybe you're not able to come to a class at a certain time because it's at 5:30 and you got hung up at work, you can still participate from your home or just being comfortable. So we have had great numbers, steady numbers. I know that some Ys did not fare so well during COVID, but we have a strong membership base, I think hovering right under the 6,000 number. So.
Wow, and that's between the both, because if you're in one, you can get in both, right?
Your membership allows you access to both those, and the virtual Y is an added bonus as well. So kind of 3 venue options.
That's cool. Michelle, anything on your mind?
So for the membership, what other location? Just the one?
So we have a branch in our Toledo facility. So that is just across the county line in Toledo on their county square. That Y was started for Neal. Burnham Neal was the founder of Neal Tire from this area, I know. And in his request was to have a community center with a pool. So his foundation came to us pre-COVID, and they built a brand new facility, awesome, amazing facility on the square in Toledo. And they have more members than they have residents in the village of Toledo.
It's a pretty sharp place down there.
Yeah.
When you talk about members, what are maybe some of the member benefits that people don't know about as much? I mean, everybody knows you can work out, you can swim, and do all that. Is there other things that becoming a member really benefits them for?
Of course. So we have one weekly programs, so Bible studies. We have community first CPR classes that are offered. Members need to refreshen on those skills. First aid, CPR, AED is all included. We have programs just the same. We've had special events. We had a very successful senior day back in February. There seems to be a lot of community around our coffee pot. I joke that that's an added service, but for some people that is what they need, is just to get out and just to be around folks. So we have a wide variety.
It's like people go to Royal King to eat the popcorn.
Absolutely. Free food and free drinks bring out all the folks.
Yeah.
So we have programs and services for children and families from 0 to 100 plus. So we used to say 99, but we have a member who's almost 101. So
Oh, there you go. That's awesome. There you go. Mental health has also become the words that we've heard our whole lives, but these last few years post-COVID and with all the added stress of that going on, what are you doing at the Y in the mental health department over there to maybe help young or old people of all ages?
I would say the number one thing is just focusing on what you can do and where you're at. So yes, we offer group fitness classes, we have wellness center, we have adult and youth sports, but there is no set standard or expectation. So like our group fitness instructors are great about just where you're at. Maybe you miss a class and they do good about reaching out. We haven't seen you for a while. Our aqua, not just ladies, our aqua participants are always in the know. Someone's birthday is coming up, if it's an anniversary of someone's death and they're a widow and they know it's going to be the first holiday season without, or Jane Doe has a knee surgery coming up, and they send little cards and just the community. And those are huge. Those are things that are desperately needed, I think, all the time, but COVID did help make that very apparent, and not just to our senior population, but I think to all.
Summer is coming with school getting out, graduation here at Lakeland as well as there at Eastern. Are there jobs or internships for the summer that people can apply for?
We always accept applications, but lifeguards are a huge need, not just at the YMCA, but any local community pool probably is accepting applications for lifeguards. So our summer camp staff, not sure where they stand on that, but we usually need a lot of hands to help. We have like 150 kids on average daily. Michelle says that's about 149 too many.
Yeah.
So lots of experience. We take internships. We have great partnerships here at Eastern. We've had a few internships through Lakeland, but we have a couple interns right now. One through Lyft, actually, is a Mattoon High School student, working with Angela, prepping for May Merriment. So hospitality, marketing, sports studies, sports management. I don't know if we have any internships for radio, but...
Oh, we can find them. Michelle, anything?
No.
What about, how long have you been at the Y? How many years?
10 plus.
Is there something that you're most proud about, Michelle, Sarah? I mean, like just something you hang your hat on because I was glad I was part of that.
Well, instantly I go to Girls on the Run.
Oh.
And I try not to get emotional, Jeff, but I feel like I do that every time I'm here. I think also it's just something I know. I've been a part of Mattoon Motion, Charleston Mapping, talking about giving back to your community. I, as a child, attended summer camp at the Y, played soccer at the YMCA. We did swim lessons at Lytle through the Y, and just seeing that it is still here and still going stronger than ever. I, just like everyone else, said I would never come back to your hometown. Moved away. Those boomerang families. So I think that is something for a small town. I mean, we don't even have 20,000 people, and our Y is very fantastic as far as the size and the amount of programs and things that we offer to our community.
When you're in your morning meetings or weekly meetings, and Blake Fairchild's the CEO and he's there, do you all like how do you really get everybody to buy in? That team building, we're all one. I mean, is there certain things that you do or a philosophy or something that really works?
I would say Blake, as a leader, he is not going to ask you to do something he wouldn't do, and I think that says a lot for leadership. I would say we have one of the strongest team aspects I've ever worked with in a variety of workplaces. Come together to help you with a problem, issue, all hands on deck, just the same thing. May Merriment would not happen without our full staff team, but during COVID, we were all doing cleaning shifts and doing all these crazy things to meet requirements, and Blake was right there beside us, pushing the floor scrubber. Last week, I walked down the hallway and half of his body's hanging out of the drop-down ceiling and up on the roof. And so I think that says a lot as a leader, and for leadership is you're not too good to do the small tasks that your staff are asked to do either.
And conversely, if something's not going well, or an event's not going as planned, how does Sarah Dowell rush in to help solve the problem, or you have like a strategy that hey, we need to do this right now?
Chaos, the chaos piece of events. I was given this advice hosting when we used to have Girls in the Run program. We had 2 5Ks a year for that, and the little details everyone who is attending don't know about. You on the backside planning, and if this tablecloth or these things didn't come in or they didn't work out actually how you thought they were going to, is most of the attendees at those events aren't going to know. And I've never planned a wedding, but I think they were comparing this to like wedding events or those people who are event planners, and I think that's good. So the same thing. You guys, your show goes off or something didn't, you guys are the only ones on the backside who knew how it was supposed to be planned.
Yeah.
Other than TV gets us now, since we're on TV as well.
I get that in the back of my mind, though, is just the same thing. Sometimes it's just to take a deep breath,
Yeah.
cry, scream,
And then go right back at it.
ask for help.
Well, we have a couple minutes left. We're going to go to the world famous 8 questions. Michelle, you have to answer these too, since we're down to the
Perfect.
final few weeks. So we'll go Sarah then Michelle. You work out how many times a week?
This week, 0.
No, every week.
I've
On average.
been under performing on that. Thanks for calling me out.
All right, sorry, Michelle.
I don't know. Right now I've been backing. So like, I don't know.
On
say
average, how many times a workout?
probably
a week?
3.
3? Okay.
I don't know.
Would you run a half marathon if you could?
Yes, absolutely.
No.
Michelle, what exercise do you dislike the most? I mean, is there something you just hate?
Stretching.
Probably
You got to talk into the mic here.
running, probably, but like I do that a lot, so I don't know.
All right. Favorite Olympic athlete of all time? Since YMCA is just not football, basketball, and baseball, you know, different sports.
Olympic.
Yeah.
Well, today is the Boston Marathon. I don't know famous athletes' names, to be honest.
All right.
I said I was terrible at trivia.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Gabby Douglas. I don't know anybody.
That's a good one.
I said,
I
yeah.
thought Michael Phelps might come up. or
I
Jesse
didn't want to
Owens
mention
or
him though.
Jackie
Sean-
Joyner,
Sean
Chris
White.
Seethers, What did you do to motivate? I'm going to skip that. We already talked about that one a little bit. 2023 vacation. You going anywhere?
I just went to Las Vegas. I hope to have a couple more trips. Go see a friend in Texas, and I'm going to go visit a friend in Michigan.
You going to be able to go on vacation after graduation?
Yeah.
Where at?
I have a couple places that I want to go to, but we'll see. I think the main one is probably I want to go to the Bahamas, so we'll see.
Yes.
There you go. This is probably for Sarah only. So add a downtown Mattoon restaurant type. If there's anything you'd love to see come down, you don't have to name a name, but just a type of restaurant.
Like, you mean not another Mexican
Yeah,
restaurant?
yeah.
Oh my God, really? Like,
We don't really have a restaurant that caters towards seafood. I mean, I get that we're kind of a landlocked. I don't want to eat fish from the Imbrah or Lake Shelbyville, but we don't really have a.
All right. We can say seafood because we're almost out of time. That's
Yeah.
good. All right. Well, thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
All right, Michelle, 2 more weeks.
yeah, I know.
Are you ready?
Yes.
She's going to the Bahamas. She might not ever come back.
Everybody have a great day. We are WEIU.